much. But Dr. Malatjie, we talked a little bit about your book, and we can come back to that. But I'd like to talk a little bit about supervising, because obviously the supervisor role is a very important one in terms of a thesis, a PhD, an MBA, that kind of academic study. Could you talk a little bit about that, the role of the supervisor in getting to where you've got, and how the supervisor can help other people?
Okay. Chris, the role of a supervisor is very important, in either your master's or your PhD studies. And I learned that at a very difficult time in my life. If I can mention that, I started doing my PhD at a particular university, and I ended up getting an academic exclusion from that university. So I had to go to another institution. And I learned that it's very important you have a good relationship with your supervisor. You need to be able to hear what your supervisor is saying and listen, because they are the expert in that particular field. You might be an expert at your work or in what you are researching, but they are an expert in terms of academia. So it's very important that you have a good working relationship with your supervisor. It's very important that you communicate as much as possible with your supervisor, so that you can get a direction in terms of where you want to go with your study. So I always say to my students and to anybody that I get to work with who is doing their postgrad, to say that make sure that you have a very solid relationship with your supervisor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because so this person really is there to hold your hand, is there as a mentor and someone who can help you through the journey, because by the time you're at PhD level or aiming for an MBA or a PhD, you're obviously quite established in a job. You've normally got work that you're doing, and now added to your everyday responsibilities and things you have to do is this huge task of getting through this journey. So the supervisor plays a very important role in that, do they not?
Yes, they play a very important role in the success of your study. I see them as the beacon of light. Your supervisor is there to guide you that this is the way in which you need to go in terms of your study. Because as a student, you have all these wonderful ideas. You have a lot of ideas, but your supervisor will put you in a funnel to say that let's funnel those ideas so that you can come up with one particular idea that you will focus on. And also in terms of you as a person, they are able to mentor you and guide you to say that, look, currently where you are, you need to move from this point in terms of your thinking to the next level so that you are able to succeed. So it is very important that you have a very close-knit relationship with your supervisor, who will also play a role of a mentor as you go through your studies.
That's interesting. It's come